Hello again, it's John Mansell, ex-Booze Hound. Yesterday was World Mental Health Day, October the 10th. I've had a bit of a Google, and apparently, like a lot of these mental health days, it's about raising awareness. Raising awareness that there's mental illness in the world. I have to be honest, it's great that they do these sort of things, but it really rankles with me that we're talking about awareness still, raising awareness. Yes, it has to be done, but come on, are we not aware that there's a mental health crisis in the UK, in the world? Are we not aware that people are killing themselves every day? Are we not aware that people are not only aware they have mental health issues, but they're also aware that a lot of people couldn't care less. A lot of people talk about it, to use the right words, you know, stand up in front of television and say this, that and the other about it, but realistically, when it boils down to it, very, very little is actually being done. That's an exaggeration, there is a lot being done, but you know, for me, yes, there was an awful lot of stuff on the telly yesterday about mental health and the awareness and the positivity around that and all that sort of thing, and people getting involved, children getting involved, which is great, you know. But believe me, people with mental illness, people who have family members with mental illness, are bloody aware already that they have a mental illness, and they're very, very difficult to get help about it. Unfortunately for me, the most poignant part on the video on the television yesterday, and the story that sticks with me the most, and I think really the story that sums up the state of the world mental health system, was, I'm afraid to say, a young family who just before Christmas, the gentleman, the husband, and the very new father, just 2 or 3 days earlier, had had a baby girl, I believe, was stabbed to death, very, just before Christmas. And yesterday the sentencing came out, and you know, I hate to use that as an example, because I know that family must be going through hell on earth, but for me, that's the story that stands out the most from yesterday. This young lad, whoever he was, he had recently attacked a police officer. They knew he was carrying knives, they knew he had mental health issues, and from what I can tell, he was never properly assessed. Now, I mean, that maybe this is too negative, but you know, for me, that's what sums it up the most. This is, you know, we've got the statistics about how many people kill themselves. We've got all those statistics, but have we got the statistics about how many people are killed by people with mental health issues that are just not monitored or looked after, or are just forgotten or fallen through the cracks? You know, how many people that are in prison through addiction and mental health issues? Again, I'm not, you know, saying that everybody in there is, but you know, there's an awful lot of people that have ended up in prison or in hospital or whatever because of their mental health issues, and because nobody's done anything about it. You know, awareness, you know, I googled it once, what the actual definition of the word awareness, and it's, you know, we know there's a problem, and you know, it's like I said at the time, stick your plug in your sink, run the taps, and we are aware that eventually that bowl or that sink will overrun. What we're also aware of is if that happened, if you compare it to the mental health system, what will be happening, there'll be groups and boards and people standing around talking about what's the best way to take the plug out of the sink to stop it overflowing. And they'll have another meeting about it, and while it's overflowing and the bathroom is now getting ruined, the roofs, the ceilings downstairs are falling through, they'll still be talking about how to pull the plug out. well, you know what? Pull the plug out. Simple as that. Do it. On a very, very small scale, I've managed to do it with a group of people, and it's just not good enough. You know, we're continuously standing around discussing how we're going to take the plug out of the sink and doing nothing. Now, yeah, this is probably a very, very negative way of looking at it, but, you know, yeah, mental health awareness. We are aware there's a problem. We are aware there's a huge problem. But talking about it, using the right words, saying the right things, is just not changing it. We've got to take this seriously. I'm aware of a number of people that have been in and out of hospital, Russell's Hall up the road, for, you know, with mental health issues, and not once been mentally assessed. And the excuse that always comes back is, well, they were drunk, so we can't assess them while they're drunk. Well, these guys were in for 2 or 3 days. It's utter bullshit. You know, at the end of the day, yes, there's resources problem, but it's not rocket science. If you're mentally ill, you need help. And if you're mentally ill, you need help quickly. If you don't get help quickly, you're going to get worse and worse and worse, and you're going to become a statistic. Simple as that. Well, that's gone way past me 5 minutes. Sorry if this is a bit negative, but, you know, that's the way it is. See you later. Bye.